I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences for that.
Things just exploded between Iman Shumpert and Aaron Pierre, and it's way beyond just a love triangle now. It's a legal battlefield. A shocking burst of jealousy has spiraled into an all-out physical confrontation. And yes, there's now a lawsuit involved. Teyana Taylor once again finds herself caught in the middle of the chaos between two men who can't seem to let go. But what exactly triggered Iman to snap so suddenly? And how did things escalate to the point where lawyers are now involved and reputations are on the line? Stick around, because we're unpacking the full drama, blow by blow, and revealing how this all could change the future for everyone involved. It all started at what was supposed to be a quiet, private dinner, something Teyana hosted with a few close friends. Aaron Pierre was already there, seated next to Teyana, looking comfortable and clearly at ease. But then, unannounced and uninvited, Iman Shumpert walked in. According to eyewitnesses, Iman's face shifted the moment he saw Aaron. The energy in the room changed in an instant. He locked eyes with Aaron and immediately confronted him, reportedly accusing him of playing dad to his daughter and crossing serious boundaries. Teyana tried to step in and de-escalate the tension, but Iman wasn't listening. The hostility was building fast. Then, in a blink, one aggressive shove triggered a full-on scuffle. Security had to rush in to break it up, but by then the damage had already been done. What could have pushed Iman Shumpert to such an intense and explosive reaction? If we're being honest, the answer many insiders are pointing to is jealousy. Though Iman and Teyana Taylor had recently confirmed their separation, those close to the former couple have made it clear that Iman never fully let go of the relationship. Even after the announcement of the split, it said that he held on to hope, a quiet belief that the door wasn't fully closed, that maybe, in time, things would heal and they'd find their way back to each other. But that hope took a devastating hit when Aaron Pierre entered the picture and, even worse for Iman, seemed to be getting closer not just to Teyana, but to the daughter he shares with her. For Iman, it was more than a new man in Teyana's life. It felt like someone was slowly replacing him, piece by piece. The final straw, it seems, was the moment the world saw what Iman feared most: Teyana and Aaron not just together, but affectionate in public. Just a week ago, paparazzi photos captured the two holding hands, walking out of a restaurant, looking happy and at ease. The images spread like wildfire, with gossip sites and social media users sharing and commenting nonstop. While many fans celebrated Teyana's joy and speculated about the seriousness of her new relationship, the pictures reportedly landed like a punch to Iman's pride. For someone who had kept a relatively low profile since the split, seeing Teyana move forward so publicly, and seemingly so peacefully, sent him spiraling. According to those close to him, it wasn't just about love or heartbreak anymore. It was about being replaced, both as a partner and as a father figure. That growing emotional storm finally broke during a heated encounter that quickly escalated beyond words. According to multiple witnesses and sources close to the situation, the confrontation between Iman and Aaron wasn't just intense, it turned physical fast. Eyewitnesses at the scene claim that Iman was the one who threw the first punch. Aaron, by contrast, reportedly kept his composure at first, trying to de-escalate the situation. Witnesses described him as calm, his voice measured, his hands open, in a non-threatening gesture. But Iman was already too far gone. The rage, the frustration, the hurt, it all poured out in a matter of seconds. Within moments, the entire room descended into chaos. People nearby described a scene that quickly got out of control. Glass shattered, chairs were knocked over, and screams rang out as the verbal confrontation turned into a physical brawl. Security was eventually called to break things up, but not before real damage was done. Aaron walked away with a visibly bruised jaw and several cuts, none life-threatening, but enough to require medical attention and enough to leave a mark that extended far beyond the physical. What makes the situation even more serious is that the entire altercation was captured on CCTV. The security footage is now a key piece of evidence in what has become a full-blown legal case. Aaron Pierre, has officially filed a lawsuit against Iman Shumpert, citing physical assault, emotional distress, and defamation. His legal team moved quickly, submitting the surveillance video along with photos of his injuries and statements from multiple eyewitnesses who were present when the fight occurred. The evidence, by all accounts, is strong. Teyana Taylor has not made any public comment about the altercation, but legal insiders believe she will almost certainly be called to testify if the case moves forward in court. Given her connection to both men and her role as the mother of the child involved, her testimony could carry significant weight. People close to her say she is heartbroken and embarrassed by the situation, not just because of the violence, but because of the example being set in front of her daughter. This incident wasn't just a fight between two men. It was a moment that revealed the deep cracks in the co-parenting dynamic, and it played out in a way that now involves lawyers, media, and an overwhelming amount of public scrutiny. Aaron's lawsuit also includes claims about the emotional impact this incident has had on his mental health. In court documents, his legal team outlines how the fight and the resulting media coverage have taken a serious toll on his psychological well-being. They argue that the trauma of the attack, compounded by online harassment and unwanted media attention, has affected his ability to work, focus, and maintain his own sense of safety. According to the lawsuit, Aaron is seeking damages not just for the assault itself, but for the long-term consequences it's likely to have on his personal and professional life. As for Iman, he has not responded publicly or filed a countersuit, at least not yet. His legal team has remained quiet, perhaps still assessing their options or waiting for the situation to evolve. What's clear, though, is that Iman's public image has taken a significant hit. Once admired for his poise and fatherly devotion, he now finds himself at the center of a violent scandal that challenges everything people thought they knew about him. The court of public opinion is already turning, with some former supporters expressing disappointment and even outrage over his actions. The fallout from this altercation extends beyond just the two men involved. It raises questions about masculinity, jealousy, and what happens when unresolved emotional pain is left to fester. It's a painful reminder that co-parenting and blended families can be difficult, especially when new partners enter the picture. For Teyana, the situation is not just legally sensitive, it's deeply personal. She must now figure out how to protect her daughter from further emotional harm, maintain her own peace, and somehow continue forward while under intense public pressure. What began as quiet emotional tension has erupted into a public battle, captured on video, dissected online, and now being fought in court. The people involved are no longer just celebrities. They're human beings facing the very real consequences of unprocessed emotion, broken communication, and the complicated terrain of love after heartbreak. Whether reconciliation, resolution, or continued conflict lies ahead, one thing is certain: no one walks away from this unchanged. Teyana Taylor's reaction has been just as emotional as fans would expect. Witnesses say she was in tears after the fight, repeatedly saying, "I can't believe this is happening." Since that night, she's gone completely silent on social media. No posts, no stories, nothing. Friends close to her say she's emotionally drained and caught in a situation she never wanted to be in. She's reportedly disappointed in Iman's inability to move forward peacefully, especially when it comes to their co-parenting relationship. Now, the big question is, will she distance herself from both men to protect her peace? Or is she still leaning toward Aaron, as some fans have speculated? Social media has erupted into a frenzy. Twitter is flooded with trending hashtags like #Team Iman and Justice for Aaron. Some users are defending Iman, arguing he was simply trying to protect his role as a father and reacted out of emotion. Others are slamming him, calling his actions toxic, controlling, and completely out of line. Over on TikTok, the situation has taken a life of its own. Fan-made edits, dramatic voiceovers, and legal theory breakdowns are everywhere. Everyone has a take, and tensions are running high. Some fans are even turning their frustration toward Teyana, accusing her of keeping both men too close and allowing blurred boundaries to create this mess. So, what happens next? Well, the case is already moving toward court, and things could get a lot more intense. Aaron's legal team is reportedly pushing for a restraining order to keep Iman away. If the court sides with Aaron, Iman could be facing serious legal consequences, fines, or even jail time. Meanwhile, Teyana is in a tough spot. She may be forced to publicly choose a side in this battle, which could impact her career, public image, and even her daughter's stability. Fans are particularly concerned about the child caught in the middle of this emotional and legal storm. The resolution of this case could end up reshaping not just the dynamic between the three adults involved, but also their long-term futures and family lives. Iman's jealous rage didn't just cause a scene, it ignited a legal firestorm that's dragging everyone into the spotlight. Aaron is no longer staying quiet, he's taking the battle to court. And Teyana? She's left watching her world unravel while trying to hold it all together. Was this just a case of misunderstood emotions gone too far? Or is there something deeper and more troubling at the heart of all this? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the updates on this unfolding drama. Because this story isn't just messy, it's now a full-blown legal disaster that's about to get even more real.